Hey everybody, Will Davis with the Monroe County Reporter. Our top story in this week's newspaper, former Mary Persons Band director Miles Benson is indicted by the Monroe County Grand Jury. District Attorney Jonathan Adams said Benson will face 22 counts related to his contact with a female student under his care while he was band director. He says they swapped videos and pictures that were obscene. And if Benson is convicted of all counts, if he was sentenced to prison in consecutive terms, he would face up to 220 years in prison. Adams, the former band parent himself, said that the case will likely be arraigned in October and then perhaps could go to trial next year. See more details in this week's Reporter.
Well, we hear from our readers how popular the Monroe County Reporter is, but you don't have to just find it in a store or get it and wait for your mail to come. You can now read it online as well at mymcr.net with a subscription to our e-edition. To the Monroe County Reporter, read all your favorite news and sports and what's going on in Monroe County online where you are on your phone or on your computer. Call 994-2358 to sign up today to your subscription.
Now that Forsyth Police Chief Eddie Harris has been forced into retirement, the new interim chief is a familiar face, Alexander Daniels. Like Harris, he's been with the department for 38 years. But Alexander Daniels, quick to tell the reporter he does not want to be called interim chief. He wants to be called major, as he has been for many years, because he wants to keep everything the same. He says that he's loyal to city manager Janice Hall, who made the change, but he's also loyal to the outgoing chief, who will retire here in a few weeks. He said they've already hired back one officer, Anias Benjamin, and they hope to add more. The police department got down to 7 road officers due to attrition, as all departments are having a hard time hiring. See more details in the Reporter.
I told you you're the best thing I ever saw.
Hi, I'm Donna with this week's Monroe County Reporter Incident of the Week. A Holiday Cove apartment resident thought he saw someone tampering with his 2011 Escalade on his Ring camera while he was in Florida on August the 6th, so he called police. Officer Richard Maddox responded and was unable to find anything other than a large spider web that had extended from the driver's side mirror to the ground. Maddox tried to call the man to report, but was unable because his voicemail was full. See more on page 4C.
Well, there was a great crowd Saturday night on the Forsyth Courthouse Square for the Swingin Medallions. The longtime 60s band played on the square before a huge crowd. We captured it on our drone. The only problem was storms rolled up after about an hour and scared the crowd away due to lightning. The concert was the last of 5, sponsored by Forsyth Main Street, but downtown looked so good, restaurants were crowded, that folks are excited to see what Forsyth Main Street brings to town in 2023. See more details in this week's Reporter.
Hey y'all.
y'all, it's Tammy Rafferzeder with the Monroe County Reporter in this week's Everyday Hero. He does flooring, plumbing, light electrical work, and painting. He can build home additions, she sheds, and decks. As a matter of fact, there is little this week's Everyday Hero can't do, from bathroom remodels and roofing to building a dollhouse or playhouse for the kids. And then when he's finished, don't be surprised if he pulls out a pressure washer and cleans the driveway on his way out. A third-generation Monroe Countyan, Solomon Jermaine Walker Jr. can be described as a walking definition of a Renaissance man. Jermaine was born in the Monroe County Hospital 46 years ago and started working at the age of 12, working part-time for his cousins toting lumber at the Pennington Brothers Construction Company. He continued with them through his high school years, learning all he could from the different tradesmen on the projects. After he graduated from Mary Persons, he took a nighttime position working at Purdue Farms and stayed with them for 27 years. During the daylight hours, he continued to pursue his construction career, working a minimum of 8 hours a day. He owns Solomon's & Sons Renovation, doing work around the county with all three of his sons, Jaquari, Emmanuel, and even 10-year-old Josiah, helping him in the business. He and his wife, Marissa, also have a 13-year-old daughter, Zion. Jermaine said he would like to tell the young kids out there that the same thing he tells his own children. Learn to use your hands and use your mind. Don't always just rely on your brain. Learn a trade and you can always fall back on it. Read this and more in this week's Monroe County Reporter.
Well, if you've wanted to see that Atlanta Braves World Series trophy from last year but haven't made it to Truist Park yet this year for the Braves game, well, good news. It's coming to Forsyth next Wednesday, August 17th. It'll be at City Hall from the hours of 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Go by the new City Hall next Wednesday and get your photo with the Atlanta Braves World Series trophy coming to Forsyth after another city backed out. Good news for Monroe County. See more details in the reporter.
My name is Terry Johnson, and I write Monroe Outdoors for the Reporter. This week, I'm going to tell you all about the upcoming squirrel season. In addition, I'm going to tell you where you can go and find a place to hunt squirrels, and a remarkable story about one of our most famous frontier hunters, Daniel Boone. He was able to do something called bark squirrels, something that I have never heard of a modern day hunter being able to do. Read all about it in this week's Reporter.
Monroe County loves its firearms, and there's no better place to get your firearms and ammunition needs than Red Root Defense, a small family-owned business right here in the heart of Georgia near the Jones-Monroe County line. Check them out for a full selection of firearms, ammunition, and accessories.